In this video, I'm going to do exercise 2 in the review of all pre-intermediate verb tenses, Central European Framework A2. So the tenses that we will find in these exercises will be present simple, present continuous, present perfect, past simple, past continuous, and using the present continuous, will, and be going to talk about the future. Exercise 2. Choose the correct verb tenses to complete the dialogue below. I would recommend that you pause the video to give yourself time to think about the options because I'm going to give the answer straight away. John says, "Hi Leslie, how are you?" And Leslie says, "Oh, John, nice to see you again. The last time I saw you were finishing your PhD. One of the options was the present perfect. That isn't possible because the last time I saw you, so we need a past tense." John says, "Yes, I was very stressed out. It's been a long time. Do you still live in East London with your parents? Are you still living? Would also be okay." Leslie says, "No, I was moving or have moved to the West End a long time ago. I have finished, was finishing, or finished a master's degree in marketing last year." So I finished, because the time reference is last year, past time reference. So I finished a master's degree in marketing last year, and now I'm working for an advertising company in Soho. John says, "That's great. Do you like, are you liking, or have you liked it?" So, are you liking isn't possible because like is a state verb. So, do you like it? Leslie says, "Well, the money isn't bad and it's a part-time job. So I had, or I have time for judo. I have time for judo." John says, "Oh my God, you still do judo? How long? Are you, were you, or have you been a judoka?" So the answer is, have you been a judoka? Leslie, since I was 5. John says, have you ever won? Were you ever winning? Or did you ever win any competitions? Okay, so the answer is, have you ever won? Present perfect. If we said, did you ever win? That would mean that Leslie no longer does judo. So have you ever won any competitions? Well, I have won or win a couple of trophies. Okay, win is present simple for habitual actions, routines, customs, so that isn't possible. If we used won, we would need a past time reference like, well, I won a couple of trophies when I was younger, or I won a couple of trophies last year. So it is I have won a couple of trophies. And next summer, I will represent, or I'm representing England in the European Judo Championships. So the answer is, I'm representing, present continuous for a definite plan. John, wow, that's great. Leslie, what about you? What are you doing? Do you do? Have you done? And the answer is, what are you doing these days is a time reference we use with the present continuous. And John says, not much really. I finished, have finished, or was finishing a postgraduate course a few weeks ago. So finished past simple, and the time reference is here, a few weeks ago, a past time reference. Not much really. I finished a postgraduate course a few weeks ago, and now I have looked, look, or I'm looking for a job. So now I'm looking for a job. I have applied, applied, or was applying. So the answer is have applied. And the clue is here, so far. That is a time reference that takes us from the past to the present. I have applied to more than 20 jobs so far, but without any luck. Leslie, don't worry, I'm sure you will find, or are finding a job soon. Okay, this is will find, a prediction about the future. John says, well, I'm not worried anymore. Yesterday, I have filled, or was filling an application form when I had a brilliant idea. So I was filling an application form when I had a brilliant idea. So an action that was in progress when John had the idea. Leslie says, what is it? And John says, I've decided that I'm going to start, I will start, or I start. Okay, so that has to be I'm going to start, which is an intention or a plan. It's not will because I've decided that. So John decided before the time of speaking. It wasn't a spontaneous decision. Leslie says, that'd be great. And John says, anyway, what? What are you going to do this evening? It's not an option, but what are you doing this evening would also be correct. I meet, I'm meeting, or I'll meet Mark at 7 for a beer. It's a definite plan, so we need present continuous. I'm meeting Mark at 7 for a beer, and I'm sure he'd love to see you. Leslie says, great. I'll have a drink with you. That is a spontaneous decision that she made when John said that he was meeting Mark for a beer at 7 and that he was sure that Mark would love to see Leslie. In the next video, I'm going to do exercise 3. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. I'd like to say a really big thank you to the team at Test English for allowing me to use their material to create videos to put on YouTube. Thank you.